Welcome to Mashanga News. I am Tulan Hayat. First, the headlines. Bangladesh and India will soon sign a water-sharing agreement on Tista River, said Foreign Advisor Gauhar Rizvi. Veteran politician Tofal Ahmed's decision is a clear indication of a lack of confidence in the present government, alleged BNP leaders. 6 Chinese surveillance ships have entered waters near disputed islands. Japan mobilized a task force monitoring the situation. Those were the headlines, now the details. The Prime Minister's advisor on foreign affairs, Gauhar Rizvi, has said that Bangladesh and India will soon sign an agreement on water sharing of the Tista River. He expressed his hopes while speaking at a seminar at the National Press Club in the capital this morning. He, however, could not confirm when the agreement would come to a reality. Rizvi said the government has received some positive feedback from India regarding the agreement. He also claimed that the Indian government has been very committed about the Tista water sharing agreement. He also noted that even though there is no current agreement, India is still providing Bangladesh with a fair share of the Tista water. Last year, the Prime Minister's visit to India had boosted the possibility of agreement. However, the signing was stalled after the Paschim Bangla government placed its objection on it.
I can say this all my heart that it will happen. I cannot say when, but it will soon. They have taken some time to finalize the agreement, but now we are getting our fair share of Tista waters. We are getting the share.
Newly sworn-in cabinet ministers have pledged to complete the unfinished businesses of the government. They have expressed their willingness to start working in full swing soon after the announcement of their new portfolios. In the final months of the present government, 7 new ministers have been inducted in the cabinet. So far, they have been elected representatives of certain constituencies, but now they will represent the government as well. They said there will be no lack of commitment in discharging their duties. The new ministers have, however, dismissed allegations of corruption in Podda Bridge project and in the share market crash. They also went about labeling the hallmark money scandal as an isolated incident.
I
strongly believe Sheikh Hasina government is absolutely ready. If your support continue, we will be able to fulfill all our 2008 election pledges.
Senior BNP leaders have said that Tofal Ahmed and Rashid Khan Menon's negative response is a clear indication of a lack of confidence in the ruling party's style of governance. They made these allegations as 2 separate human chains in front of the National Press Club this morning. BNP leader Mirza Abbas alleged that the government is trying to hold on to power indefinitely by creating chaos in higher educational institutions, and India sympathizers are aiding in this process. On the expanding cabinet, Mirza Abbas accused the government of bribing the veteran political leaders in an effort to make them ministers. In a separate event, BNP's Barrister Rafiqul Islam Mia has demanded the resignation of the finance minister for widespread corruption, string of financial scams resulting in the banking sector, including the hallmark loan scam. They also criticized the recent expansion of the cabinet.
Awami League's veteran political leader has expressed his lack of confidence by declining to become a member of the Sheikh Hasina's cabinet. Prime Minister is trying to expand her cabinet by offering bribes. The appropriate response was met by Tofal Ahmed, who clearly made it obvious that ruling Awami League's time is over.
The Election Commission today has allotted the electoral symbols to the contestants of Ghazipur Fort by-election. Early in the morning, the symbols were officially handed over to the candidates at the District Administration Building. For the election, Awami League-backed candidate Samin Hussain Rimi has been allotted the both symbol. Communist Party of Bangladesh candidate Asadullah Badal got the sickle symbol, while independent candidate returning officer Meher Sarwar Mohammed and assistant returning officer Muhammad Hassanul Zaman were present during the event. Apart from symbols and readings, the other two candidates received the symbols in person. Boropukuria coal mine at Dinajpur has resumed its operation after being closed for 38 days. First phase of coal extraction had ended on 15 February this year. After a month-long break, second phase of operations and extraction work started. Significant amount of coal were extracted this year till 5th August. In order to move heavy engineering equipment, a 35-day break ended on Thursday. Officials said nearly 2,000 tons of coal have been extracted yesterday. They also said that if everything remains in favor, an estimated 5.5 million tons of coal may be extracted during the second phase. Now, international news. 6 Chinese surveillance ships have entered waters near islands claimed by both China and Japan. China said that ships were carrying out law enforcement to demonstrate its jurisdiction over the island. Meanwhile, Japan said at least 2 of the ships left Japanese Coast Guard after the Japanese Coast Guard issued a warning. The move came after the Japan government sealed a deal to buy 3 of the islands from their private Japanese owners. Japan controls the uninhabited but resource-rich East China Sea islands. The incident on Friday has prompted the Prime Minister's office to mobilize a task force at its crisis management center. Prime Minister Yoshihiko Noda said Japan is taking all necessary preparations to be alert and monitor the situation. Meanwhile, at Japanese embassy in Beijing on Friday, a protest was held. Angry demonstrators against an anti-Islamic film made in the U.S. have spread to several countries across the Middle East and North Africa. In Yemen, security officials said at least 4 people were killed when police and demonstrators clashed near the U.S. embassy in the capital, Sana'a. The clashes, which lasted until late in the evening, wounded 34 people. In Egypt, the health ministry has confirmed that 224 people have been injured in protests, 8 of whom needed to be transferred to hospital. Meanwhile, in Libya, officials said 4 people have been arrested over the attack of the U.S. consulate in Benghazi on Tuesday. The attack killed the U.S. ambassador and 3 other embassy staff. In the Iranian capital, Tehran, up to 500 people protested over the issue, chanting "Death to America" and "Death to the film director." U.S. Central Bank has unleashed a series of bold and open-ended steps on Thursday designed to stimulate the economy by boosting the stock market. The move made it cheaper for people to borrow and spend. The Federal Reserve will spend $40 billion a month to buy mortgage bonds for as long as it deems necessary to make home buying more affordable. It is a measure that Chairman Ben Bernanke hopes will have a flow-on effect to the rest of the world's economies. It plans to keep short-term interest rates at record lows to meet 2015, 6 months longer than previously planned. And it's ready to try other stimulative measures if hiring doesn't pick up. Stock market prices rose steadily after the Fed's announcement. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed up more than 200 points. Before we end the news, the headlines once again. Bangladesh and India will soon sign a water-sharing agreement on Tista River, said Foreign Advisor Gauhar Rizvi. Veteran politician Tofail Ahmed's decision is a clear indication of a lack of confidence in present government, alleged BNP leaders. 6 Chinese surveillance ships have entered waters near disputed islands. Japan mobilized a task force monitoring the situation. That's all for now. Our next news bulletin will be in Bangla at 6 this evening. Thank you and goodbye.